Welcome back to the grind. In this video, we are going to take a look at the skill Cavalier event quest with the heal block node and take a look at what champions can handle it best with suicides, because otherwise this quest is a nightmare. If you run suicides and don't use the right champions, you might be tempted to take suicides off, which I'm going to do shortly anyways for the war season. But before that happened, I wanted to test some champions. So Aegon is actually a very good option for this quest because he also benefits from the skill Furies. It does take a little time, especially if the AI is being a jerk, to ramp up a little bit high enough to the point where you can shrug off the debuffs with your critical hits. But as you can see there, on the 16th or 17th hit, we did shrug them off. But because we had to dance around to bait out a special attack, we ended up losing a little bit more health. Now, what's nice is once you get high enough, you'll be shrugging off the debuffs from the nodes pretty quickly, and then your damage gets up pretty big pretty quickly. And then the next quest you go into, you're going to shrug off the suicide, bleed, and poison debuffs even quicker because you've been able to store up some of the combo. And there we had it on the 7th or 8th hit, I think. We shrugged off the poison and bleed, so we're no longer taking damage, and that will happen at the start of the fight, or closer to the start of the fight with each fight that you go into. And then with all those Furies that you can get from shrugging off debuffs, you can get some pretty big damage. We did not get the Furies from the heavy attack there, but that bleed is doing over 7,000 damage per tick, which is an insane amount of damage. And so Aegon actually works quite nicely. Now, one of my personal favorites, Black Panther, because he is one of my newest rank ups, but every time you intercept, you purify debuffs. So you can get rid of the poison and bleed, and you don't have to worry about taking damage because of the heal block, as well as it's easy for him to take advantage of purifying the debuffs from the node, so you can get quick, easy access to those Furies, as well as to get rid of the annoying ones like Disorient or Special Lock. So there you can see we purified those non-damaging debuffs that were applied to us from the node, and our damage is getting up high pretty quickly. And as I was saying, Black Panther is one of my personal favorites because he's so fun to play. He's got a lot of damage, and he does have some utility, and I decided to take him to rank 5 with this last level up event, and look at that 30k crit on that last hit of the special attack. And to get guaranteed crits on his special attacks is challenging. I'm still working on that for different champions. Some champions are easier to do than others, but look at all that bleed damage. It's insane. So he is a ton of fun and very effective for these skill Cavalier event quest nodes. Now, Ghost is actually a decent option for this because she shrugs off the poison, the poison and the bleed, so you don't have to worry about taking damage from those, especially with the heal block active. The only caveat is the armor up, the armor break debuff comes into play. You have to be cautious of when that happens so that you can play differently when that happens and not phase. And then you can build up power, dance around a bit, and then throw off your special 2s when the armor break is not applied to you. So you can still get in some pretty high damage special attacks. And Ghost, if you're limited on options, can work nicely for these nodes, even though she's not a skilled champion, and even though you will have to play around the armor break debuff. Now, the next champion we're going to look at is Guillotine 2099. Really, any double immune champion works, but what I like about Guillotine 2099 is once you've finished a fight with a special 3, or once you've gotten over 100 hits in the first fight, you start to deal some pretty good damage, and it can help to get through the fights a little bit quicker. Now, what I like to do is to throw special 2s to help with increasing the combo above 100, and we skipped a bunch of that just for the sake of time. The one thing you want to keep in mind is don't rely on throwing a special 1 when you are about to get the special lock to apply to you. That can put you in a pretty bad situation if you are doing a combo, and by the time you finish your 5-hit combo and are going to throw off the special 1, you actually have the special lock debuff on you. Then the opponent can throw off their special attack and kill you, so don't count on that. But otherwise, Guillotine 2099 is a great option for this, and now that she's ramped up, she would do just fine in the next fight. So the ideal champion is a skilled champion that has the ability to shrug off debuffs that are already applied to you, like Aegon, for example, or Black Panther. And then beyond that, if you don't have those champions, because some champions can only prevent debuffs or shrug off incoming debuffs, but once they stick and once they're applied, you have no way to get rid of them, and that makes it challenging with the damaging debuffs with a heal block. So other champions like Ghost can work around that, or double immune champions. This is just to show the fun that you can have with Aegon once you've ramped him up a little bit. We shrugged off the damage right away, and that special 2 did so much damage. So I do hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you have any other specific options in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck, and I hope to see you in the next video.